chant. Guru, Guru, for the new people. We are learning from Swami Padmatananda, who are here following the book of Swamiji. And through my teacher, Dr. Hegde, who is a neurosciences head in Bangalore. So I learned from him, and we are just passing this whatever we have understood and in whatever good way. So
today we are going to see about five things. We just chant to people. The meaning of this mantra is we meditate on that most adored Supreme Lord, the Creator, whose effulgence, the divine light, illumines all realms, physical, mental, and spiritual. May this divine light illuminate our intellect. So there is a story behind the origin of this Gayatri mantra. So we all know that Vasishtha is a Brahma Rishi. So he was there in a ashram, and Vishwamitra was a king that time. So he had a very big kingdom, and one day he wanted to visit specific places of his kingdom. So he picked some of his army, took along with him, and he went to his kingdom. He went to those specific places. He covered the areas of his entire kingdom, and he was happy that people are all happy in his kingdom. So it was the last day to return to his kingdom. At that time, he planned to visit Lord Vasishtha's ashram. So he's supposed to be, he's a Brahmarshi, so he's supposed to be the guru for the king Vishwamitra. So when he went there, he inquired to Vasishtha about how are things in his ashram, and Vasishtha also inquired about how are people in his kingdom and all that. After that, Lord Vasishtha was asking Vishwamitra that you guys, your army and you look so tired, so please have night dinner with us and then you can leave tomorrow morning. So since he is a Gurudeva, he cannot, Vishwamitra cannot deny his offer. He was also doubtful. There are only very few huts near the ashram. How is he going to feed our entire army? But then he said, okay, Gurudeva, whatever you give, we'll have for dinner and we'll stay back here and then we'll go back tomorrow. So now Lord Vasishtha, he turned towards, he had one cow, he turned towards his cow. It is the Vishwamitra Kamadeni cow. So he looked at his eyes and he said, so we have a guest for dinner here, so please serve them with dinner. So once he said those words, Kamadenu, the cow provided all the necessary feast. He provided the feast for the King Vishwamitra and his army. And the King Vishwamitra was surprised to see them. So in his mind, he wanted to take the cow to his kingdom. So he asked Guru Vasishtha that if there is a diamond in this forest, will it be useful for you? Vasishtha said, no, it's not going to be useful for me. So this cow is also like a diamond. It's not going to be useful for you. If I take this cow to my kingdom, I can feed the poor. I can satisfy the hunger of so many people. So I will take this cow. Now Vasishtha said, no, this cow is given to me by Brahma, and its purpose is only to serve his ashram and the sages here. But then King Vishwamitra, he got angry. He was not used to denials, so he told in a rage that the ashram where you are, the place where your ashram is situated belongs to me. The whole kingdom is mine. So this cow is also supposed to be mine, and I am going to take the cow away forcefully. So he called upon his army and crushed the cow. But then Guru Vasishta looked at the cow and gave the command to handle the army. So the cow also in turn produced some army, and King Vishwamitra's army was no match to this army because they have divine power. The army which the cow Kamadhenu produced, they had divine power. So it was, I mean, they destroyed the whole army of King Vishwamitra. So he felt humiliated, and then he's like, okay, I'll come back. And he went to Himalayas. So because he's a rishi, because he has some divine power, Vishwamitra thought he humiliated me like this. So he went to Himalayas and started doing meditation on a single leg and putting his hands up over his head. After meditating upon Shiva, telling Om Namah Shivaya. So hundreds of years passed by, and one fine day, Lord Shiva was convinced with his meditation. So he came in front of Lord Vishwamitra, and Vishwamitra asked for all, I mean, all powers, both like Vayu, Agni, and water. So all powers, and also the Brahmastra. And Shiva also gave all these to Vishwamitra. Now Vishwamitra got all these powers, so he flied back to Lord Vasishta's ashram. Now he destroyed all the hut and everything around Vasishta's ashram. So Vasishta came and looked around and said, "What have you done here?" And then Vishwamitra is like, "Now we'll see." And he started first started with that yantra towards Vashishta. Since Lord Vashishta is a Brahma Rishi, he was able to stop it and control it with his
Powers.
yeah, with his power. And then he used fire. Lord Vashishta controlled it. Again, he used water power also. Vashishta controlled it. Finally, Lord Vishwamitra used Brahmastra also on Lord Vashishta. So with so much of difficulty, Lord Vashishta was able to control the Brahmastra also. He was able to observe the Brahmastra also and make sure no destruction happens. So at that time, Vishwamitra realized that he had done a great sin. So he shouldn't have done this to his Gurudeva. He has thought about destroying his Gurudeva himself because of his anger, which is wrong. So he had some self-realization at that time, and then he said, "I will come back," but this time with humility, because he wanted to correct the sin that he has done for his Gurudeva. So he went back again, and then again he started doing penance. So he continuously kept doing penance, and after some years, now Lord Vishwamitra wanted to become a Brahma Rishi himself. So after doing severe penance, Lord Brahma came and declared him as a Raj Rishi. He was still not Brahma Rishi. Then Lord Vishwamitra was thinking, why am I still Raj Rishi only? I've been doing meditation for so long. What did I do wrong? What's wrong with me? And then he realized later that he had the desire to become Brahma Rishi, because of which he was not able to become that. He was able to become only a Raja Rishi. So he realized that, and then he dropped his desire of becoming a Brahma Rishi also, and then just started meditating upon God. And then after a few years, Lord Vishnu came and he gave him, I mean, he made him like a Brahma Rishi. And then Lord Vishwamitra told Vishnu that I have committed a sin of trying to destroy my Gurudeva himself. I don't know how to clear my sin. So Lord Vishnu said, you can find a solution by yourself. So again, Vishwamitra went back to penance. Like he realized that he should pray for the welfare of the people around him. So he went back to penance again, and then like when he was, he wanted to clear the suffering of the people, clear the pain of the people around. சுத்தி இருக்கிற மக்களோட வழியெல்லாம் போகணும், உங்களுக்கு எல்லாம் மக்கள்லாம் ஏன் இவ்வளவு கவலைய, மக்களுக்கெல்லாம் ஏன் இவ்வளவு கவலை வருது, அந்த மாதிரி யோசிச்சு திரும்பியும் வந்து தவம் செய்ய போறாரு. So he started doing penance, and then when he kept on continuously meditating, he slowly started hearing some sound in his ears. So he started concentrating on the sound and he started assimilating all those words one by one. And when he started assimilating all those words one by one, then he formulated all those things together. When it was formulated together, Vishwamitra called it as Gayatri Mantra and then pronounced it out.
Made by Vishwamitra.
So this was heard by Vishwamitra and
Modified, simplified.
I didn't read it. That's the story behind Gayatri Mantra. So Gayatri is considered as the mother of all scriptures, Vedas. So this is a sacred mantra from Rig Veda, Mandala 3.62.10. Gayatri has three names: Gayatri, Savitri, and Saraswati. So Gayatri means a master of senses. Savitri is master of life force, prana. Saraswati is master of speech, walk. So this represents purity in thought, word, and deed. Trikarana Shuddhi. So Gayatri Devi is described as having 5 faces. So in this mantra, if we see, Om is considered as one face, Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha, that is another face. And then Tatsa Vitu Varenyam is another face. Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodaya. So the mantra represents 5 faces of Gayatri Devi. And it has 3 parts. One is praise, another is meditation, and then prayer. So first, the divine is praised, then it is meditated upon, and finally, we made appeal to the divine to dispel our ignorance and strengthen our intellect. So this is the word by word meaning. Om is the primeval sound. Bhur is the physical body, the materialistic body, the physical rhythm, or you can call it as the earth. பூலோகம் சொல்றாங்க, அந்த மாதிரி பூ அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து இந்த மண்ணுலகம் வச்சுக்கலாம். Bhuva, the life force, the mental realm, or we can take it as sky. So earth, sky, and then beyond sky, Swaha, the soul or spiritual realm that can be mapped to the physical body, intellect, and then the soul. These 3 realms. Tat, that God, means sun, the creator. So how the sun with its light illumines the whole world, similarly the God illumines us. So they are praising that God is illuminating all our 3 realms, physical and mental and spiritual realm. Bhargo is effulgence, divine light. Devas is the supreme Lord. Dhimahi, meditating. We need to meditate upon the supreme Lord who controls the 3 planes. And then Dhiyo Yona Prachodaya. May this light illuminate our intellect. So even in Bhagavad Gita, it is mentioned that Lord Krishna mentions that I am the Gayatri among the Vedic mantras. So Gayatri mantra has that much importance. So it is mentioned in verse 10.35. Brihat Sama Tata Samnam Gayatri Chanda Samaham Masanam Margasisho Amritanam Kusumakaraha. So I am the Brahat Sama among Sama mantras, Gayatri among Vedic mantras, and the Margasisha among months, and I am spring among seasons. So in this verse, Lord Krishna says he himself is the Gayatri mantra among the Vedic mantras. So it is considered that superior. So we should chant this Gayatri mantra for our meditation. And the ideal time to meditate using the Gayatri mantra is
Previously. Read again 35.
the explanation.
Moreover,
Moreover, I am the Brahat Sama among Sama mantras. I am the Gayatri among Vedic mantras. I am the Margashirsa among months. I am spring among seasons.
Seasons and springs.
காலங்களில் ஒரு வசந்தம்
There's one movie song.
Gayatri mantra, fasting morning 4 a.m.
என்ன சொல்றாங்க இது எப்ப வேணாலும் போடலாமா
Best time to meditate upon using this mantra is the sattvic time, which is morning 4 a.m. to
Three times. Morning, noon, அப்புறம் evening, 3 times. 18 times என்னமோ so we should ஒவ்வொரு தடவை சொல்லலாமே
Okay, but it is excellent. But so nicely, beautifully, everything is explained.
and we know the value of and
And she has not left anything because see, the kid is still disturbing. But how she can make it?
like every week we have got a surprise. Last week surprise the whole this week.
So next week, who will take her? Who is going to be the surprise?
These people should speak, we should listen.
You're all rishis. Okay. Gayatri.
I used to tell several times, even when I take for the.
Yeah, that's okay. But really, Gayatri is given by changing the thread. We all know thread changing ceremony. In the time that Gayatri is
பொருளிலிருந்து நீங்க பொருள் தெரிஞ்சது. Very good.
and it is said that you should do 3 times. And it is said that it should be done when the change of from early morning, the sun is rising from darkness to light. Then again in the afternoon time, noon time, and then in the night, evening time, twilight. When there is there is a change in the weather environment, and so that's why Gayatri should be chanted that time, 3 times. You can chant anytime, but 3 times. And that's why it is so sacred, no? So we should chant in the meter. I will share the meter in a perfect meter. Otherwise, you see that what even I was chanting that Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo. Not like dancing, it is no. It is no, you should not. Because Mananam Traite iti mantraha. What you are chanting, you will get that. If you are chanting wrong meter means you will get wrong. In fact, you will get harm. So do not chant that. So what I will send you, it is 108 times. It is chanted by someone and nicely cryptically it's kept. You can just play when you. If you can't chant, and another thing is, if you chant loudly, if you get 1 mark. If you chant softly, it will be 10. And if you chant in mind, 100 or 1,000 even. So you depend upon that, you chant that way. So best is to chant in the mind. When everything is still going on, you can chant it. Okay. That is about Gayatri. So next time, no one is volunteering, we will force it. Next, I have one mantra. We have so many mantras. So this is how we should present. So I really thank
You
to.
can give it to Hemlata. Please. Still you are well explaining to the floor learners.
Once I'm confident, I will say.
You are confident. We are confident.
You are confident that you are confident. We have many people. Divya is now free. So she is now content.
That's Aarti.
Divya. Next, simple one. No? So,
In the mantra, no matter.
then, okay, then I have one more mantra. There are many mantras. So Shanti Patta's mantras are there. and beautiful. This is how we can bring out the stories. Okay, we'll go to the Ithihaasa. Ithihaasa.
Ithihaasa. Ithihaasa means history-based literature. It's supposed to be based on what really happened, without doubt.
One minute. இதிகாசம்னா இது நடந்தது.
Because Ithi means
That's the.
future.
Without doubt or true story. It's a lengthy poem or extraordinary characters who in dealing with gods or superhuman forces gave shapes to the mortal universe for their visitors. The word iti means thus, in this way or again. Ha means definitely, doubtlessly. Asa means it occurred, happened, or took place. There are தமிழ் சொன்னா இது ஒரு வரலாறு நடக்கும்போது வாழ்ந்த ஒருத்தர் பார்த்து அனுபவிச்சு எழுதுறது. இதிகாசம் அப்படிங்கிறது ஒரு சான்ஸ்கிரிட் வேர்டு. இப்படிதான் இருந்துச்சு அல்லது இது ஒரு வரலாறு அப்படிங்கிறது சொல்றாங்க. சத்பாட்ட பரமானம், மனுசப்தி, மகாபாரதம் இதுல எல்லாம் இந்த இதிகாசம்ங்கிற வேர்டை யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம். இத்தி ஆ அச அப்படின்றத பிரிச்சுதான் இதை படிக்கணும் அப்படின்றாங்க. There are two Itihasas, one is Ramayana and another is Mahabharata. Ramayana is written by Valmiki, later written by so many people. It's running to 24,000 verses. Ramayana indicates the life led by Rama, how the way he led his life is presented as a model for Vedic way of living. The next is Mahabharata. Mahabharata written by Vyacharya, running by 1 lakh verses. It means the story of Bharatavamsa. Maha indicating a vast literature dealing with stories of Bharatavamsa, and through the stories, Vedic teaching are presented. Mahabharata war between Pandavas, the Dharmic people, and Kauravas, the Adhyatmic people. Bhagavad Gita is the gift from Mahabharata. சார் இதுல கூட ஒரு டவுட் இருக்கு சார். இப்போ வரலாறு இந்த இதிகாசம்ங்கிறது ஒருத்தர் வாழ்ந்தப்போ பார்த்து எழுதினது அப்படின்னு. இப்ப சிலப்பதிகாரம் ஏன் சார் இதிகாசமானது இருக்கு? அதையுமே இளங்கோவடிகள் இருந்து பார்த்தாரு அப்படி கேள்விப்பட்ட கதையா தானே சொல்லு. அப்ப சிலப்பதிகாரம் ஏன் நம்ம இதிகாசமா எடுத்துக்கோம்?
வேதிக் லிட்ரேச்சர் படி அது எழுதலாம். வேதிக் லிட்ரேச்சர் படி எழுதுறதுனால ராமாயணம் மகாபாரதம் இதிகாசம் வேதாந்த ஒட்டுறது கிடையாது. பிகாஸ் எல்லாமே வேல்யூஸ் எல்லாமே வேதாஸ் ஒட்டினது. எவ்ரிதிங் ராமருடைய வாழ்க்கையே ஃபுல்லா வேதா பேஸ் பண்ணி தான் அவரோட வாழ்க்கை. மகாபாரதத்திலும் நடக்கிற அத்தனையுமே வேதாஸ் பேஸ்.
Actually, because epics, when we study in history or something, Ramayana and Mahabharata is the greatest epics from India. Where they go and put it along with the Iliad, Odyssey, even the English fairy queen is an epic.
Yeah. So Ithi, we have heard this word Ithi. Yes. Yes. Every time when we end the chapter,
Ithi,
Om Tat Sat Iti, like that. So Ithi means does it happen? Ithihaasa. Sa means Satyam, or maybe related to God. Sa. And this is a given adjective. Ithihaasa. Ithi means it has thus, it is thus, means it has definitely happened. But no one was there, so someone has commented it. So Ramayana comes with Ithihaasa. As if you ask someone, can anyone say Rama? They are having the contradiction, no? All this says is wrong. It is all someone is right. But Ithihaasa, it is comes under Ithihaasa. 100% it has happened. Satyam, Sa, God was there. So that's why it comes under that Ithihaasa. So next we'll see Bhaashyam. So we are coming to the end.
So what about Puranas? Is it real happening or Puranas?
Purana.
Purana was before this. Purana, again, how do you take Purana? See, finally, God's Vani, God's words, no one can ever go and trace it. Only Rishis, the Sapta Rishis, 7 Rishis could tell you. Now, all this is duplicate, it is all mixture.
Purana is written by Vasishtha.
Purana meaning, the word you should understand. Punarapi Navaha means, though it is such a long time happened, it is as good as. No, this is Ramayana Mahabharata Ithihaasa.
No, I'm asking. Purana means
Yeah, definitely. If you consider this order, then it has happened before Ramayana.
So Bhagavad Gita is a part of the Mahabharata.
Hmm.
Where does, what classification is Bhagavad Gita coming?
And Vasishtha,
It is itself different because
It is not related to,
So.
doesn't come under any of these
Yes,
classifications.
but if you see, now we don't get the pure Bhagavad Gita. No? It is written by Vyasa.
Okay, so.
Then we can say Bhaashyam.
Bhaashyam. No, what we are reading is one of the Bhashyams of
So
Bhagavad
we
Gita.
will never ever to get Bhagavad Gita what really.
Because someone asked me this, I don't know how to answer.
You tell Bhaashyam. Bhaashyam.
So many commentaries.
explanation given by Tirupura, government people.
You are also on Bhaashyam is there, sir. We are putting on YouTube. On YouTube, we are putting. So coming to our Bhaashyam now, Madam Bhaashyam.
Hari Om. So in 6 layers of literature, the last layer is Bhaashyam. Bhaashyam means commentaries. Commentaries written in Sanskrit on Shruti, Sudra, Smriti, Sutra, Smriti, Purana, and Ithihaasa. The commentaries have been commented by sub-commentaries. Sub-commentaries has been commented by sub-commentaries. So we know so many coming, so everyone is different. Everything is different in one way. And scriptural literature need to be unlocked in an appropriate manner. Otherwise, we'll get negative meaning. So it will lead to negative part of our life. So the key to unlock the scriptural is called Sampradaya. Translating the literature from a Sanskrit dictionary will develop lots of negative opinion and misunderstandings. Even foreigners who know Sanskrit, if they translate, that will be very different. It is not completely neat and right, we don't know. And traditional acharyas have used special methodology called Sampradaya and have written commentaries. These are called Bhashya Granthams. These commentaries are in prose and verse form. Example for Brihananda Nayaka, Upanishad Shankaracharya has written voluminous Bhashyam commentaries. All 6 layers of literature are put together called Shastra. The entire Shastra is meant for one purpose, helping us in the accomplishment of the Purushartha. Hari Om.
So we will stop here because
Yes.
this is totally new topic. So at least now we know how this thing has come to us, how Bhagavad Gita has come, how Ramayana. So if tomorrow someone asks, you tell that Bhagavad Gita is Bhashyam, you can tell. Ramayana is Ithihaasa. Purana is Harishchandra Purana, Garuda Purana. That is depending upon for the
Purana.
yeah, personal, society, committee, kingdoms. So Puranas are given. But all is actually secondary to one, that is God's, what he said. And if you see, if something you go very, God wasn't silent, he was not speaking. It is the words which has been there in the space, what we call as space, but it is there ever, always there. If someone can receive it, we all can receive it, but we are being blocked because of our outgoing nature, our own personality, which is developed over a time. So if the receiver is not there, if the radio time that receiver was there, it tune yourself to God. And how to tune is given through all this, whatever we are learning. And it will come in 6th chapter, how to tune yourself to God. 6th chapter, 12th chapter, 9th chapter, Bhakti. Bhakti is the way to tune yourself to God. There is a Manda Bhakti, people who consider God as the means. God as the means. There was one lady, Swamiji says, she came to Swami and said, Swami says, we don't have to speak. People only will tell you everything about news. It's like WhatsApp came now, but that time people will come and tell all this. So she came and she started scolding God. See, God has not done anything for me. My child is not got married because he did not do anything. So what I have done, I have punished him. I have thrown his idol that into dustbin. I will not even give to that person who come for to collect the crap. That much is angry. God as the end. And second type is Madhyama Bhakti. God as the means. Like the business people. I will put something in hundi, please give me. I will put 1 rupee in hundi, give me 100 rupees. So that is dealing with God. Supari to God, some people say. And finally comes Uttama Bhakti. What is Uttama Bhakti?
Nothing,
So,
expectation, no expectation.
The list, no, not expert. List is there. There is in this person there is no list.
That is.
Only one God. If anything like Tukaram Maharaj, he was doing whatever work is given. His wife will be nagging. Sorry, you can take other way also. Tukaram Maharaj Samani.
That's the truth.
So in that it is like
It is true only, sir.
in the Tukaram Maharaj, wife will be always. He wants him to work. He is like always in God. He's only singing Vithala, Vithala, Vithala. And hey, you have to eat also. You do work. So he is doing that clay, and child comes. Stamps. But he's completely in God, and then red blood and all. Then the story continues, and finally God only takes his pariksha and God saves. He's still in the God. He doesn't bother what is happening. So that is Uttama Bhakti. So where was that? So the 6th chapter, 9th chapter, 12th chapter will take us to the medium or tuning ourselves to God. And then you don't require all these things. Don't require the jargons of Purana, Ithihaasa, Bhaashyam, Sutra. All this is nothing for us. So one Upanishad will tell us, Isha Vasya Upanishad, which is always taught by Gandhiji that time. He learned everything from that, and then he became Ahimsa Vadi all. But Isha Vasya says, but it is to be taken only after following few Upanishads, like simpler Upanishad, Keno Upanishad, Kaivalya Upanishad, Kato Upanishad. Kato also is little difficult, but after that, if you do Isha Vasya Upanishad, you will know why all this, it is all for time pass. If I have understood, it is all time pass.
Step by step.
Yes. Because if you are a mother, you have gone through all steps. Your child is doing all acting for getting something. We should do time pass. Like we do so many times. No, let him speak, let him talk, shout. He will come to know. Like that. So this body also is given for time pass. But not like real time pass. You just don't do anything. We have to fulfill the duties of the body. So today I will end with, I got a very good information about Tamil New Year. I will just share, it may be correct. So my HOD from Salem, I was discussing in the morning. And I said, what is Tamil New Year? Vishu I know, Vishu Kanni and all. He said, we do 3 fruits. One is jackfruit, second is mango, and third is banana. Jackfruit is having so many seeds, it is your so many janmas. One seed in mango, that is your Purva Janma, just last Janma. And you should always be in this Janma like banana, no seed. The whole idea is to get moksha. So that's why these 3 fruits have been done in Tamil Nadu. So that's happy. Happy So see, when you have satsang, you will get knowledge like
Yes,
this.
sir.
Okay, so we come to the, okay, you chant. With the understanding of Om Purnamadi. And over to Shanti.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.